Nitila Pravishtam Vishwar Ashutara Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Mahārāja Śrīla Gurudeva Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishtam Vishnupar Ashutara Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Mahārāja Śrīla Gurudeva Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishtam Vishnupar Ashutara Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Mahārāja Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishtam Vishnupar Ashutara Bhakti Vedanta Swami Mahārāja Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishtam Vishnupara Shutara Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Mahārāja Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishtam Vishnupara Shutara Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishta Mahabhagavat Śrīla Gorksharas Babaji Mahārāja Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishta Śrīla Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Śrīla Jagannath Das Babaji Mahārāja Ki Jai. Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath. Shri Jeev Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath Sharda Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai. Namachay Śrīla Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityānanda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Kshetra Mandala Gaura Mandala Vraja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Sarva Abhishta Pradata Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Radha Kunda Shama Kund Ki Jai. Shri Muna Devi Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai. Shri Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya Ki Jai. Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev Ki Jai. Shri Nityānanda Ram Ki Jai. Shri Nityānanda Trayodashi Ki Jai. Titipalan Karivakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harai Pandit Ki Jai. Shri Paramavati Devi Ki Jai. Shri Ekachakra Gram Ki Jai. Shri Janava Vasudha Devi Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Patit Pavan Shri Nityānanda Prabhu Ki Jai. Swaparshad Shri Gaur Nityānanda Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Dandavat pranams everybody. So I'm finally back here in Navadvip. Yes, indeed, Mataji, it does feel nice to be back home. But just this morning, I was trying. Well, so somebody stole the, like for the Wi-Fi thing that I have. Somebody stole the cord, the power cord, to it, and so I'm not able to connect to the Wi-Fi right now. I just need to get another extension cord and then I can connect to the Wi-Fi. So I'm using my mobile phone connection, which usually isn't very good in my room. So hopefully it doesn't break up too much. Anyways, let me know if it's if it's not watchable. So Dandavat pranams, Madhavi Didi, Indira Mataji, Rup Manjari Didi, Ganga Didi, Dandavat pranams. So I thought maybe before we read, we could do a kirtan. Oh wait, Rup Manjari is saying something. Okay. Yeah, so let's, I'm gonna just share my screen and there's this special kirtan to sing for Nityānanda Prabhu's appearance day. Okay, that's good that it's, okay, cool, because here it doesn't look like it's good, but it seems like it's working. All right. So this is the appearance of Sriman Nityānanda Prabhu, sung by Krishnadas. In the country named Radha, in the village of Ekachakra, at the house of Harai Pandit, Haladar, the carrier of the plough, appeared in auspicious month of Magh, on the 13th day of the bright lunar fortnight. Completely ecstatic, Harai Pandit held a grand festival, and Mother Earth trembled, unable to contain her bliss. The Lord of Shantipur, Sri Advaita Acharya, having deduced the time of Nityānanda Prabhu's appearance, was overjoyed at heart. He understood that Balaram, the elder brother of Sri Krishna, had appeared. The hearts of the Vaishnavas were delighted, and they floated in an ocean of bliss. The morose Krishnadas says, "This lowly wretch will surely be saved." I wonder if the author's name was actually Dukhi Krishnadas. Not just, this is adjective, but that was actually his actual name. Anyways, that's something I need to find out. Aradeshana Eka Chakra Gram Harai Pandita Ghara Aradeshanam Eka Chakra Gram Harai Pandita Ghara Shubhamagamasi Shukla Trayodashi Shubhamagamasi Shukla Trayodashi Janamila Haladara Janamila Haladara Harai Pandita Atihara Shita Harai Pandita Atihara Shita Putra Mahotsava Kore Putra Mahotsava Kore Adharani Mandala Kore Talamala Dharani Mandala Kore Talamala Ananda nahi ko dhare Ananda nahi ko dore Shanti Puranat Mane Harashita Shanti Puranat Mane Harashita Kichu Kori Kichu Anuman Kori Kichu Anuman Antare Janilo Bhuji Jana Mila Antare Janila Bhuji Jana Mila Krishna Raya Graja Rama Krishna Raya Graja Rama Vaishnaviraman Ilo Parasana Vaishnaviraman Hoilo Parasana Anande Sagare Bhase Ananda Sagare Bhase Edina Pamar Hoibe Udhar Edina Pamar Hoibe Udhar Kohe Dukhi Krishna Dase Kohe Dukhi Krishna Dase Hoye Dina পামর হইবে উদ্ধার কহে দুঃখী কৃষ্ণ দাসে কহে দুঃখী কৃষ্ণ দাসে রাঢ় দেশ নাম এক চক্রগ্রাম হরা পণ্ডিত ঘর শুভ মাঘ মাসি শুক্ল ত্রয়োদশী শুভ মাঘ মাসি শুক্ল ত্রয়োদশী জনমিলা হলধর জনমিলা হলধর জয় Nityānanda Ram, Nityānanda Ram, Nityānanda Ram, Jaya Nityānanda Ram, Jaya Nityānanda Ram, Nityānanda Ram, Nityānanda Ram, Jaya Nityānanda Ram. Jai Shri Nityānanda Prabhu ki jai. So maybe after we read, we can sing some more kirtans. I didn't I didn't actually read this article yet. I was running a bit late, and so I just typed in Nityānanda Prabhu and okay, that has to be the introduction. Dandavat Pranam Skargaraji and Champak Didi. Oh, and Shri Mataji Haribol. Jai Nitai. That has to be the introduction to the Nitai themed album. Okay, you got it. So I typed in Nityānanda in Google search and I found this. The Magnanimous Nature. I think I may have read it before, but I can't remember. So this is by Srila Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Today is the appearance day of Sri Nityānanda Prabhu. He is supposed to be the incarnation of Baladev in Vrajamandal. Narottam Das Thakur says Balaram Hoy Lo Nitai. Sanatan Goswami also mentions Nityānanda Prabhu as the incarnation of Baladev in Vrindavan. But some persons within the Gaudiya Sampradaya preach that Nityānanda Prabhu is the incarnation of Radharani. So vehement protest is given from the side of the Gaudiya Math, and we cannot recognize them as the true followers of Gaudiya Vaishnava faith and Mahaprabhu. Nityānanda Prabhu took birth in the district of Virbhum and the western side of Kata, northwest of Ekachakra, where the Pandavas in disguise lived for some time. Nearby is a tree where Bakar Rakṣasa was killed by Bhima. In Ekachakra near Garbhavas and many other places, we can trace the pastimes of Nityānanda Prabhu. Nityānanda Prabhu's son established a temple nearby, and Sri Murtis were installed by him. About 200 years ago, there was a great storm in that area, and many ancient arrangements were devastated. A big zamindar and devotee of the Gaudiya Sampradaya came and restored the puja, the worshipping arrangements at Virachandrapur. All were desolated at that time. Nityānanda Prabhu's mother's name was Padmavati, and his father's name was Harai Pandit. Ojha was their title, although now we do not find any such title. When Nityānanda Prabhu was about 12 years old, one sannyasi came and begged Harai for his son. I want your son. The sannyasi came and begged for the child, only one son. The sannyasi came and begged for the child, only one son, and the son, like Nityānanda Prabhu, who was very charming. It was almost impossible to live bidding goodbye to such a son. But what to do? A sannyasi has come and asked for him, and begging they could not avoid. A sannyasi has asked for him, and begging they could not avoid. They could not avoid the sannyasi. They had to give their only son to him. We are told that sannyasi was no other than Sri Madhavendra Puri, the guru of Ishwarapuri. The guru of Ishwarapuri, Advaita Acharya, and Pundarik Vidyanidhi. That sannyasi came and took Nityānanda Prabhu away from his house when he was only 12 years old. And Nityānanda Prabhu wandered with him through the whole of India, visiting all the holy places. Mahaprabhu did not visit so many holy places. He generally traveled through the south of India, not northern India entirely, only Vrindavan and Prayag. Dwarka and Badri Narayan were excluded by Mahaprabhu, but Nityānanda Prabhu visited all the holy places that exist in India. After Madhavendra Puri disappeared, he was wandering in the holy places. In the meantime, Mahaprabhu was coming back from Gaya and began his Sankirtan Leela in Navadvip. Nityānanda Prabhu was wandering here and there, and lastly he went to Vrindavan. He was searching for something because of his inner identification was that of Baladev. When Krishna came, he was feeling some tendency of attraction towards him. In the last period, he began searching in Vrindavan very scrutinizingly, but did not find that. Then he got some inspiration. Where to find Krishna? He is now in Navadvip. I shall go there. With this inspiration in his heart, he came to Navadvip Dham. Mahaprabhu had already begun his Sankirtan movement, and he had a dream at night that someone came in a chariot, and at the peak of the chariot there was a palm tree, and he was searching, where is Nimai Pandit's house? Where is Nimai Pandit's house? Someone then said, here is Nimai Pandit's house. Mahaprabhu then told the devotees, a great personage has come here to Navadvip Dham last night. You, Srivas and others, try to find out that great person. The followers... What's up with my mic? 1 second. That's so interesting. I don't know why it's that color. Okay. So the followers tried their best. They searched every nook and corner, but could not find Nityānanda Prabhu. They reported to Mahaprabhu, we tried our best, but we could not trace any noble person, any saint, or any big man. Then Mahaprabhu told, let us try with the followers. He then went straight to the southern side of Nandanacharya's Bhavan. Mahaprabhu went directly to a particular house which is known as Nandanacharya's house. And there they found a new gentleman, stout and strong, and golden in appearance, sitting on the veranda of that house. The devotees of Mahaprabhu could then understand him to be the man of whom Sri Gaurangadev was telling about. He was sitting there in red robes. All others were white dressed. Someone then chanted some Bhagavat shloka, and so many spiritual symptoms gradually appeared in his body. They could then understand what a great man he is, for he was filled with divine love. He was the agreed personage, and gradually in intimate connection with him, they could understand that he was Sri Nityānanda Prabhu. Outwardly, his movements were not like a scholarly person, or an ordinary man. He was surcharged with a high type of energy and divinity coming forth from his complexion. Mahaprabhu gradually began preaching. Haridas Thakur and Nityānanda Prabhu were both given orders. Go from door to door and request them to leave everything aside and take to the name of Krishna. Whomever you may meet going from door to door, approach and ask them to take the name of Krishna, leaving aside everything else. At that time, Navadvip was mostly filled with tantrics, that is the worship of Shakti Devi and Maya Devi. This Maya is disturbing us, so we must take shelter under her feet. She will be satisfied, then she will loosen, open the door, and we will get out and become Shiva. By nature, by birth, Jiva means Shiva. Shiva means the master of Maya. We are now in the clutches of Maya, misunderstanding. But when the goddess of misunderstanding is satisfied with us, She will then withdraw, and we will find a door out. We shall go to the other side. There are so many liberated souls there, and we shall join them. They are all enjoying the position of Shiva, the master of Maya. Maya cannot force them to do anything and everything. Maya cannot force them to do anything and everything as she wills. Rather, she serves her masters. Maya serves Shiva, the liberated souls. Maya serves them Maya serves them, though in the relativity of Maya, but they cannot control, so they render some service to the liberated souls, and they are known as Shiva. I don't understand. Anyways, whatever. Pasha Bhaddo Bhavet, Jiva Pasha Mukta Sada Shiva. When within bondage he is the Jiva, a fallen soul. When he is outside the bondage of this Maya, this understanding, then he's always Shiva. He can then move here and there at his sweet will, and Maya cannot force him. Rather, she will come to serve him, and that is liberation. We shall then serve Maya Devi, and then the tantric process involves something, and in this way she will be satisfied. They use many things. They may drink wine and eat meats. They offer them to the deities Maya, Shakti, and Kali. They enjoy women in different moods. They think that the application of mixing with ladies is such that they will get liberation from the charm of the ladies. In this way, they approve of the wine, the meat, and the ladies. It seems to be very harmful to us, but these are the underlying principles of the tantric upasana. In our method, our process of approaching these things which we feel temptation for, we shall get liberation from them. They will come to attract us towards them, but by a particular process we shall handle them. We shall be masters of those poisonous things, and at that time Navadip was filled with such persons. Well, this seems like this is verbatim what Srila Bhakti Rakṣaka Gosvāmī said, like it hasn't been edited. When Mahaprabhu Sri Gauranga begun his preaching attempt that everyone should give up everything and take to the name of Krishna, Narayan, he then said, "Not only will you be out of Maya, but you will attain positive life in Vaikuntha, in Vrindavan. That is higher attainment. And what is to be attained by worshipping the Shakti in the method they are following? And what is to be attained by worshipping Shakti in the method they are following? That is reactionary, and sometime again they will have to evolve. This is mentioned in the Shastra, but not very extensively. If you are very particular, then you will have to see that in the relativity of this negative world, but it is not safe. You must enter the positive world, then you will be safe. That is not only mere liberation, emancipation from the opposite forces, but practical participation in the serving line, which is very pure. Not selfish, but must be centered, God-serviced. The positive world is there, and that is full of pervasive happiness, and that we can attain only through service. Here we are going unit and exploiting unit, but it must be given up to get out of the reactionary tendency of life. But we must not wait on the fence, for that is not a safe position. Then again, that is not paying much, because withdrawn from the negative side is not enough. There is a positive world, and that is meant for a real high form of life, and that can be attained through service. Service is great, to sacrifice one's own interests, not for any part, but for the whole. The absolute good is great. Nothing can be compared to that. Calculative and automatic. To reach the automatic stage of service with love is high pay. So give up all these habits, former engagements with a lower standard of worshipping, penance, and all these things. Die to live. A radical change must be welcome in life. Life is worth. Life is worth living, and it is only open to the human section. In other species, it is impossible to get a glimpse of such high light and to begin that way of life, for there are only a very few human beings in the creation. What are the numbers? Very small compared to the whole of creation, and that is the door to heaven, so you must try to have a positive life. He is Krishna. He is all attractive. He is beautiful. He is the highest reality. He is all accommodating and most charming. Our life will receive its fulfillment if we can approach that Lord, especially by taking his holy name. In this age of Kali, the instruction has been given to us that by taking the holy name with satsanga, with the real saints, we can make progress, enter and approach that high. Nityānanda Prabhu was a dynamo of energy, and Haridas Thakur could not follow. A little trouble to carry out the order of Mahaprabhu. What to do? One day, there were so many Gunda-type persons. They came attacking spirit. You are disturbing us. We are not religious, and you have come to preach religion to us. What right have you got? Why do you come to disturb us as big a society? As a big society, we are following a particular creed, and you're so bold to blame us for not being religious men? You have come with a new idea of religion, and we are to accept that? You fools! If again you come here, you will be taught a good lesson. In this way they were threatened, but Mahaprabhu still says, you must. Then one day they met Jagai and Madhai. Jagai and Madhai were from Brahman. They were Brahman by birth, but they did not have any care for religion. They were also entrusted with some administration in the Muslim government. They had some connection with the government, and they themselves were Gundas, although Brahmins by birth. They used to take anything and everything. They were a notorious pair of Gundas, Jagadananda and Madhavananda. They met. Then one day they met him. Oh, rogues, we have heard of you have come to create a new religion here. Never. If I find you again on the street, you'll receive a licking. Okay, you will receive a licking and will have to. It's like you will receive a beating. You'll have to. And he almost challenged him. Our life was saved for worse. Our life was saved to prepare in the time. If you can come to render some service, they are the greatest rose ever found in this era. If you do that, then we shall say that you have some objective, and you will be able to felt. If it's Krishna's will, then that will be possible. And they met those two Gundas. Haridas Thakur coming back, Nityānanda stood courageously. There was an earthen pot cast away after there's an earthen pot cast away cast away on the side of the way. It was taken and thrown on the head of Nityānanda Prabhu and cut, blood oozing, Nityānanda Prabhu standing. Some person came saying that Nityānanda Prabhu was wounded by the rogues. Mahaprabhu, very enraged and excited, blood oozing. Who has caused this wound in the body of Nityānanda Prabhu? I shall finish the whole town. Come forward. Mahaprabhu was beside himself. Then Nityānanda Prabhu came. No, don't be excited, Mother. In this situation, we are not to use force. Remember it. Nityānanda Prabhu Mahaprabhu. In the meantime, another man approached. No, they are get fame in striking them. They are not wholly established Krishna or Pariyan, only red plants and glasses. There's no credit in that being joy and that appeals to Mahaprabhu. This time at this and this time this picture, what have we come to do this for us? Never. In the meantime, I hit him, but I saved him just by opposing him, and Mahaprabhu turned around suddenly. You have protected my Nityānanda. Mahaprabhu then embraced him, and Jagai fell at his feet and began